Thank you so much for tuning into Dr. J-Lo Knows. Today, I'd like to finish up part 2 of the bottle theory. And as you may recall from part 1, the bottle theory helps us understand why we act and behave in ways that we do related to our childhood. And I know that most therapists relate everything to childhood, but they do that for a reason, because that's when the things that happen to us shape who we are the most. Lots of stuff shapes who we are later on in life, but not necessarily to the same degree as when things happen to us in childhood. So just to jog your memory, you may recall that the first 3 categories that fill up the bottle the most, which is us, is parental abandonment, parental rejection, and parents who have a substance abuse problem or who are physically, emotionally, or sexually abusive and or neglectful. So that's a big one. So you may also recall that the more incoming we have, the faster our bottle fills up, the more we need to get rid of it. And we need to get rid of it because if we don't, that's when the psyche starts to give us clues that we're getting pretty full and we need to pay attention. And those clues, you may recall, are related to anxiety, depression, maybe not necessarily feeling comfortable leaving the house without checking the lights a lot, or lining up the cans in the cabinet, the development of obsessive compulsive disorder, or addictions of any kind. That can be addictions to alcohol and drugs, gambling, sex, pornography, shopping, exercise. All of these things can become too much if the bottle starts to get full and we don't process it and pour it out. So the remaining 2 categories are: how does the child do socially? Do they feel like they get along with their friends? They have invitations to the parties that happen. They know when the parties are happening. Or is it the sort of thing where Johnny walks into the cafeteria and has no place to sit because he doesn't have a ton of friends? Or my personal all-time favorite, which is sarcasm, is when the gym teacher divides the class into 2 captains and then they have to choose their teams and there's 1 or 2 kids left standing. That's just so demoralizing. So socially, is there a place to belong? Do you feel like you fit in? Do you have people to hang out with? That's critical. And the last category is: how does the child do with their siblings? Are they an only child? If so, that carries with it some other challenges, difficulties, not necessarily life-altering, but significant nonetheless. Or is there sibling rivalry that is above and beyond what it should be, where people are really kind of beating each other up, not just like play fighting, but like seriously, with intent to harm repeatedly? That's probably not so good, because sibling interactions are as or more impactful than parent-child interaction. So that's a big deal. So those are the 5 categories that contribute to the bottle theory. And if we don't manage them and we ignore the clues that our psyche is giving us, we're going to explode. And when it explodes, it does so in big ways. Significant clinical depression, significant anxiety, increase in alcohol, substance abuse, or the other events that I just shared, gambling, pornography, sex, exercise, shopping, all these things, panic attacks, agoraphobia. I could just go on and on and on. But we don't want to ignore the clues that our psyche is giving us. So if that's happening, see somebody, talk to somebody, reach out. And in today's day and age, where everybody is dealing with so much incoming, it's very easy to ignore these clues. So don't do it. Thanks so much for tuning into Dr. J-Lo Knows. And if you like what you've heard and seen, please subscribe. Thanks.